Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, I'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for January 27th, 2021. Now, overall, this was a great show. This show was better than last week's show. Last week's show it was last week's show was okay, but this show, tonight's show, it was better, way better. So so yeah, we started off the show. We started off the show with Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts in his corner. And so yeah, first Eddie Kingston he made his entrance, and then Lance Archer he made his entrance from the babyface tunnel. So Lance Archer he came out of the babyface tunnel, so that signifies that he's a babyface now. And so yeah, he came out with Jake the Snake Roberts. So yeah, the story of the match was, you know, Jake Roberts he wanted Eddie Kingston to keep the Butcher and the Blade and the Bunny away from ringside, and and Jake the Snake Roberts he came out with Lance Archer, and Eddie Kingston he was complaining about it, and so he was complaining about it because he was like, he was saying, what he was thinking was, you want to say that I can't have my boys out there. I can't have my boys out there, but you can come out. And so, yeah, that's why he was complaining. And so Lance Archer, he said, he told Jake to go in the back, like, get out of here. Like, I can handle this myself. And so, yeah, we started off the match. We had chops. So, yeah, Eddie Kingston, he tries to chop Archer. And then Archer, he no sells it. We had a big boot to Eddie Kingston from Lance Archer, followed up by corner elbow splashes. And then Kingston he targets Archer's legs, so he going after the leg. And so we had they were going back and forth with strikes. We had a diving shoulder tackle to Lance Archer from Eddie Kingston. We had a pounce to Kingston. We had Oh yeah, at one point in this match, man, we had Lance Archer, dude. He choke slammed Eddie Kingston from the inside of the ring over the top rope, and Kingston he landed right on that ring apron, like he landed awkwardly. He landed, he landed really bad on that apron, and he did not look good. So yeah, that was a nasty spot. So yeah, we had Archer he was throwing Kingston into the barricade, and we had a full Nelson slam to Eddie Kingston. We had a splash to Kingston. Archer he stops the pin, his own pin. He stops his own pin. So yeah, we had an elbow strike to Archer. Archer kicks out. We had a short arm clothesline to Eddie Kingston, and we had Lance Archer. He tried to go for his blackout finishing move. Eddie Kingston he gets out of it. He escapes it, and then we had a ripcord choke slam. So it was a ripcord turned into a choke slam from Lance Archer, and he does not go for the cover. So yeah, they mentioned this on commentary. The commentary team now bringing up the fact that Lance Archer is not going for the cover. It should it's a mistake that he's not going after the cover. He's not going for the cover, so that's a mistake. So so yeah, he went. So yeah, right after that he goes for the old school, turn into a moonsault. So he walked the top rope like how the Undertaker would do with the old school, and then he hits a moonsault onto Eddie Kingston. And again, he does not go for the cover. And then we had Lance Archer. He goes for his finishing move, one of his finishing moves, the claw. And we had the Butcher. We had the Butcher and the Blade. They dragged out Jake the Snake Roberts to the ring on the stage, and so they beat him up, and so they dragged him out of the ring, dragged him to the ring, And so yeah, this distract Lance Archer. So Lance Archer is distracted by this, and we had the bunny. The bunny, she came from the crowd. She came from the crowd and she handed Eddie Kingston a brass knucks, like brass knuckles. She handed him the brass knuckles, and then Eddie Kingston he hides it. He hides it away from the referee. He puts the knucks in his fist, and he goes for his spinning back fist, his finishing move, the spinning back fist to Lance Archer. And Eddie Kingston, he wins the match by cheating. And so yeah, that was the end of the match. And right after the match, we had, they continue to beat up the Butcher. I mean, not the Butcher, Lance Archer. They continue to beat up Lance Archer. We had the Butcher and the Blade. They did their tag team finishing move to Lance Archer. I forget what they call it. I think it's the full death. Full death. Yeah, the full death. And so yeah, right after that we had a spinning back fist to Lance Archer again from Eddie Kingston, and that was it. That was the end of the match and the end of the segment. And so yeah, I like going into this match, I knew somebody was getting screwed over. I knew somebody was getting screwed over, and Lance Archer was that guy that got screwed over. And so they might continue to drag this on, maybe into Revolution. But yeah, it was a great match to start off the show. And so right after this, a video. We had a video from John Moxley, and this is what he said.
The Young Bucks are the tag team champions, and they're friends with Kenny. But Kenny is friends with the Good Brothers, and they're the tag team champions too. So now they're all friends. They're all one big happy family. How's that gonna work? Is that gonna work? I don't think that's gonna work. Always drama with these elite guys. It's like an episode of Young and the Restless over there. And then you have the Lucha Brothers and Pac, this death triangle. They don't like the Young Bucks or the Good Brothers. They certainly don't like me because they were friends with Eddie Kingston. Now they're not friends with Eddie Kingston anymore. Now they're my partners on February 3rd at Beach Break. Okay? See, I'm a simple guy. I like my beer cold, my coffee hot, my water at room temperature. I like to have sex in the morning. It's a good way to start the day. In a business where the only person you can trust is number one, I don't overcomplicate things. I trust my right hand and my left hand. That all being said, I love a good six-man tag. So Pac, Phoenix, saddle up, compadres. This is fun. Gang warfare. Cool. I do not know what's going to happen on February 3rd at Beach Break. But it's going to be wild. Incendiary ingredients on AEW Dynamite. Don't blink.
And that was it. That was it from John Moxley. I like to have sex in the morning. Oh my God. John Moxley is the best. John Moxley is the best. And so yeah, right after this we had Darby Allin. We had a video from Darby Allin and Sting. And this is what happened. They had something they want to say about Team Taz. So this is what they had to say. Okay, let's pull it up. All right. All right. This is what happened with Darby Allin and Sting.
Sting address their upcoming
Let's just get on a first name basis right now. Taz, Brian, and Ricky, since we're going to be married in a street fight at Revolution, and since you feel so free to just throw out all kinds of false accusation toward Darby and myself, I want to tell you my feelings are hurt by that. You called us hoodlums. I mean, hoodlums? Darby, a hoodlum, me, Okay, Darby, he is a hoodlum. Darby, you are a hoodlum.
You see, in the streets, it doesn't matter if you play clean or dirty. It's all about survival.
Oh.
I am a
different than you.
Oh, they breaking windows in an abandoned place.
I am a hoodlum. A revolution in the street fight. It's gonna be showtime.
So yeah, that was it with Darby Allin and Sting. They'll be fighting Ricky Starks and Brian Cage at Revolution in a tag team match, tag team street fight. And so yeah, that's it. And so right after this, we had a tag team match. We had the Varsity Blondes, that's Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. versus Chris Jericho and MJF of the Inner Circle, with the whole entire Inner Circle ringside. You have Problem Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and Wardlow. So they all standing ringside. And so you had MJF first. He grabs the microphone. He's talking trash to Griff Garrison, saying that, the last time we was in this ring together, I embarrassed you. And, the usual thing that MJF would do, talk trash. And so he said something that offended Griff Garrison. And so Griff Garrison, he knocked MJF right on his ass. And so, yeah, we had a big boot to MJF from Garrison. And then, MJF, he tries to get a chair because he can't fight, he can't fight Garrison. So yeah, he can't, he's upset that, Garrison taking it to him. So he tried to grab a chair in the Inner Circle. They try to stop him. Like, dude, don't use the chair. Don't let him get to you. Don't use the chair. And so we had a double team move to Chris Jericho from the Varsity Blondes. We had a drop kick to Chris Jericho from Pillman Jr. We had a forearm to Pillman Jr. from Jericho. And so the Inner Circle, they take control of this match. This first portion of the match, we had a double flapjack to Pillman Jr. from Jericho and MJF. We had a diving crossbody to Jericho from Pillman Jr. We had a hot tag to Griff Garrison. He delivers clotheslines and elbow strikes, corner splashes, a double spear to Jericho and MJF, and he kicks out. I believe it was Jericho. And we had a missile drop kick to MJF from Pillman Jr. We had a super kick to Chris Jericho from Pillman Jr. Jericho kicks out. And then Pillman Jr., he goes for a springboard move, and then he got caught with a Judas effect. And so Jericho, he hits the Judas effect, follow up by a beautiful lion salt. And then Jericho, he pins, like while he's pinning Pillman Jr., he looks in the camera and he smiles in the camera. And so that was the end of the match. So Jericho, he was rubbing it in everybody's face. Everybody was making fun of him because he botched that lion salt last week. And so Jericho, he hit a picture-perfect lion salt to win the match. And so, yeah, right after that, the Inner Circle, they celebrate. They pose with the middle finger. And, after that, we had Sammy and MJF, they're arguing. They're arguing because Sammy Guevara, he's not happy. He's not happy what happened last week. Because MJF, he cheated last week. So Sammy Guevara, he's not happy. And so, yeah, this is a good match. This is a great match. This was one of the best matches on this episode. The main event was the best match of the episode, but this will be in second place. And the Varsity Blondes, the Varsity Blondes really look good. They look good in this match. They took it to MJF and Jericho, and they look good at it. And one day I want to see them go after the tag team titles, the Varsity Blondes. And so yeah, that was it. That was it with that match, the tag team match. And so right after this, we had Pac. He speaks, and this is what he had to say. He was talking about Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers.
Here we go again. You are taking liberties, do you understand? Swanning around all the wrestling, acting like Billy Big Bollocks, acting business with that clown, Don Callis, and the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. You're manipulating people, and you're cheating, and you're attacking people from behind like a pack of dirty mongrels. That's right. Everybody saw what you did to Penta last week. So Kenny Omega, next week at Beach Break, you bring your good brothers. Because me and Ray Phoenix, we are going to exemplify the true meaning of brotherhood. You hurt us, we hurt you back. Next week, you face the consequences.
That was it with Pac and what he had to say about, Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers and Don Callis, how he don't like them and everything. And so, and that's next week, and next week is looking good right now. And so yeah, right after this we had Shaq. Shaq, he calls out Cody. They showed a video of Shaq calling out Cody Rhodes. Calling Cody Rhodes a punk, and that he looked like a little girl with that blonde hair that he got. And yeah, that was it from Shaq. And we had Cody Rhodes. We had Tony Schiavone. He was in the middle of the ring. He introduces Cody Rhodes. And I have the video pulled up right now. So yeah, introduces Cody Rhodes. I'm going to skip over this because it got music playing in the background. So
I think Cody, Arn, not only respond, we talked about responding to the comments from Shaquille O'Neal, but respond to what Jade had to say recently on the waiting room.
To respond, respond to Shaq, respond to Jade. I'd rather just give you the pitch. The classic, sell it, promo, and say March 7th, Revolution. It would be myself, my beautiful bride, Brandy Rhodes, against Jade and Shaq. But
nobody did not want to see that.
And I can't say that because I'm having a baby. Brandy's having a baby. Only at AEW to get a baby's daddy chant. I like it.
Baby's daddy.
Wow. In these moments where I am rather confused or distracted for good reasons, I defer to the coach, to Arn Anderson. And if you're wondering how much of a coach he is, right before we came out here, he chewed my ass out for being too competitive and taking Peter Avalon too lightly. JR also chewed my ass out. Arn was right. He has consistently been right since I was 20 years old. I know he spoke to Tony Khan about where I fit on Revolution, and in this moment, I give it to you, Arn. You tell me.
You bet I chewed your ass out. And you know you deserved it. I'm going to earn my money tonight because I'm probably going to contradict myself a couple of times, so be patient with me, okay? If everybody would, I'd sure appreciate it. The fact of the matter is, you're about to be a dad. Yeah. And that is right on the forefront of your prefrontal lobe. As well it should be. It's the most important thing in your life. But I just want to give you one way of maybe thinking a little differently. June 29th, 1985. Does that date have any meaning for you whatsoever? Well, let me clear it up for everybody. I saw your dad at the LA Forum crawl in the ring with Tully Blanchard, fight 30 minutes, jump on a private plane, fly across country, and guess what he got there in time to see? Birth of his baby boy, Cody Rhodes.
Cody holding back tears.
if you choose March the 7th to jump in this revolutionary, incredible show that is going to go down that night, you should do it with your eyes wide open, no regrets. Let me just point out the obvious. You got a lot of pad of time between the birth date and that show. Okay? Something to consider. Don't you want to be part of something that, hey, it's hard to capture the public's eye to the level that you will with this particular match. It's once in a lifetime. Shaquille O'Neal, make no mistake, I always like to call it like I see it. For 19 years, he dominated his sport. Every single night he went out on that court, he proved he was a world-class athlete. Now, Jade, I'm pretty sure every time she walks in a room, she dominates the entire area. Have no doubt about that. Just guessing. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, I've seen something the last 2 weeks, and it's something that can't be measured. I don't know if it's even rational to try to put a name on it. But I'd like for you to see something while you're pondering your future. Come on down.
And that's Red Velvet. He introduces Red Velvet to the ring. And in Red Velvet, she comes out to music. Has an angry look on her face.
Fire. She's got it. You've got it.
I'm out here tonight because, quite frankly, I'm fed up. I'm tired of getting attacked. I'm tired of watching Brandy get disrespected by that big mouth coward who knows damn well that she can't defend herself. Now everybody knows that Cody would never lay a hand on Jade. But I will, because I'm Red Velvet, and I'm about to stir your bitch ass up.
She said bitch ass. That means she's serious.
That's what I was talking about.
It sounds like to me, Jade and Shaquille, the ball's in your court.
So that was it with this segment. And so apparently it's gonna be Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet versus Shaq and Jade Cargill. And I have no interest, dude. Shaq does not need to be in a ring. He does not need to be in a wrestling ring. Like he doesn't belong there. That's all I gotta say. He don't belong in that ring. And another thing, what is his problem? What's his problem with Cody Rhodes? Like what's his problem with him? Like he went out there and called him a punk. Like, dude, what? Like what exactly did Cody Rhodes did to you for you to call him a punk? And call him out of his name. Like it just don't make any sense. It don't make no sense at all. So it's gonna be Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet versus Shaq and Jade Cargill. I guess we'll see what happens next. I'm really not interested in it. So yeah, right after this we had Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford with Miro and Charles Taylor, and they're inviting us to their wedding. So yeah, that was it. They showed a video inviting us to their wedding. Who cares? I don't care. And so yeah, right after this we had a match we had Adam Hangman Page versus Ryan Nemeth, who is the brother of Dolph Ziggler. So yeah, this is Ryan Nemeth's AEW Dynamite debut, and he's the brother of Dolph Ziggler. So yeah, we had a big boot to Nemeth, we had chops to Nemeth, and we had Nemeth taking a page out of his brother's book by showing off, because Dolph Ziggler is the show off. And we had Page, he attacks Nemeth. We had a springboard clothesline follow up by over the top rope splash to Nemeth. We had a drop kick to Page. Page kicks out. And then, during the match, we had Matt Hardy. He came out to the ring. He walked out to the ring. And he was ringside. He was at ringside watching the match. And so we had Nemeth. Yeah, he delivers a Rude Awakening, the Rude Awakening neckbreaker to Adam Hangman Page. And we had a spine buster to Nemeth from Page. We had a sliding lariat to Nemeth. Nemeth kicks out. We had a DDT, a beautiful DDT, to Hangman Page, kicks out. We had a discus elbow strike to Nemeth. And we had a buckshot lariat to Ryan Nemeth to win the match. So Adam Hangman Page wins the match. And Matt Hardy, he congratulates Adam Hangman Page. And Matt Hardy, he grabs the microphone. And this is what he had to say. Where can I find it? Here you go.
What happened after the match, I don't know if you saw it or not, but Matt Hardy was leaving, and Hangman Adam Page called him back. So we wanted to see what in the world's going on here.
I didn't want to create any kind of scene. The reason I came out here tonight, Adam, was to be in your corner and let you know that I support you. I mean, I've been watching you the last couple of months, and I'm going to be honest, I've been concerned. I mean, you seem lost and conflicted, and that's understandable, because I was with you at the Stadium Stampede, and I know how much love you have had for the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. And those three men, they burned you, and you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that at all. And almost every single day, the Dark Order, they're asking you to join, and it's awkward, and you become even more conflicted. And Adam, I do not want anything from you. I do not want anything. But I want you to know that you're a good person, and you deserve to be happy. I needed to say that, and you needed to hear it. Look, I've seen where you're dressing now. You're dressing by yourself in the hallway that's adjacent to catering. I have a huge dressing room, and there's plenty of space. You're more than welcome to dress there. No strings attached, Adam.
I think you should take him up on that.
God, Tony Schiavone. So yeah, that was it from Adam Hangman Page and Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy, I guess he wants Hangman Page to join, his group, join the Matt Hardy brand. And so yeah, everybody trying to recruit Hangman Adam Page to their group, the Dark Order, and now Matt Hardy. So yeah, because Hangman Page, he's not doing much of anything right now. So yeah. Yeah, that was it with this. And so yeah, right after this we had a one-on-one match. It was Dax Harwood with Cash Wheeler and Tully Blanchard in his corner versus Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus in his corner. And so yeah, it was supposed to be a regular one-on-one match, but they turned it into, it was Tully Blanchard and Cash Wheeler. They had to be handcuffed to Luchasaurus, so they won't get involved, because they've been getting involved in all the FTR matches. Tully Blanchard been getting involved in the matches, and Cash Wheeler too. So Cash Wheeler, he had to be handcuffed to Luchasaurus, Tully Blanchard, and Cash Wheeler. And so Yeah, we started off the match with a shoulder tackle to Jungle Boy. We had a drop kick to Dax Harwood, and then Jungle Boy he goes for a submission move, and he try to grab the ropes. And Tully and Cash they try to help him out, but they can't because they handcuffed to Luchasaurus, so they not going nowhere. And then we had at one point the crowd singing Jungle Boy's theme music, his new theme music. We had a European uppercut to Jungle Boy, and they were going back and forth with chops. Dax and Jungle Boy going back and forth. We had a back suplex to Harwood, followed up by a tope suicida. And then we had Harwood, he throws Jungle Boy into the guardrail, back first. And we had a Northern Light suplex to Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy kicks out. We had a back suplex to Jungle Boy. He kicks out. We had an elbow strike to Harwood. We had a back suplex from the top rope to Jungle Boy. And then Harwood, he couldn't go for the cover because he landed on his shoulder. So he couldn't go for the cover, with a proper cover. And then at one point, they were slapping each other in this match. We had a super kick to Harwood from Jungle Boy. We had a clothesline to Jungle Boy. Absolutely leveled this guy with a clothesline. And we had a slingshot into a powerbomb from Dax Harwood to Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy kicks out. We had a backstabber, followed up by two German suplex. And then we had a spike DDT, a beautiful spike DDT to Jungle Boy. He kicks out. They were going back and forth with roll-ups after roll-ups after roll-ups. And we had a submission move to Dax Harwood. And then Harwood, he taps out. So that means Jungle Boy, he wins the match by submission. Great match. Great match between these two. And so after the match, we had Tully Blanchard and Cash Wheeler. They threw powder. They threw powder in Luchasaurus' eyes. So they blinded him. And so we had FTR. They attacked Jungle Boy. And Luchasaurus, he tried to save them. He tried to save Jungle Boy. And then FTR, they took him out. And then we had a triple spike power driver to Luchasaurus from Blanchard, Wheeler, and Harwood. And then they handcuffed him. They handcuffed him to the ring ropes. And then FTR, they grabbed some scissors. They had a pair of scissors, and they cut off Luchasaurus' horns on his mask. So they cut it off. And then they try to cut off Jungle Boy's hair. They try to cut off his hair. And then Marco Stunt, he was running out to the ring with a gold chair. A gold chair. He ran out with a gold chair. And, he was followed by SCU, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian. They followed Marco Stunt to the ring. And Top Flight, they followed too. So it was Dante and Darius Martin. And they chased off FTR. And that was it. That was it. My question is, what took Marco Stunt so long? What took him so long to come out and save them? Like, dude, you should have been the first one out there. Like, once they laid a hand on Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, you should have been out there already before they even cut his horns off. So yeah, I thought that was weird. That it took Marco Stunt that long to come out. And so yeah, right after this we had Team Taz. We had Team Taz. They came out. Well, they're backstage actually. Team Taz, they came out, and they had something they want to say to Sting and Darby Allin. And this is what they had to say to Sting and Darby Allin. Their response.
So Sting, Darby, being that we're on a first name basis and all, well, Ricky and Brian, they're ready to destroy you come Revolution. And what's going to happen at Revolution? You want to talk about being a hooligan? What's up, man?
Oh, they ran into some guys at the merchandise table.
You got this Darby gear? Where's the Darby gear at? We don't have any. Oh, you got an attitude.
Hook. Oh. Team Taz beating the hell out of these guys. Dang. Throw the dude into the...
disrespect us. Sting, Darby. We ain't done. You want to break stuff?
God, put that dude through a table.
First name bases, brothers. Ricky Starks and Brian Cage are gonna beat your ass in that street fight.
And that was it from Team Taz. And then beat down on these poor guys. And so, yeah, right after this, we had a match, but this time it's from the women. It was Dr. Britt Baker with Reba, a rebel, whatever you want to call her, in her corner, versus Shanna. And, yeah, it really wasn't much to this match. We had an insecurity to Britt Baker from Shanna. We had a sliding drop kick. So Shanna, she tries to go for a sliding drop kick, and then Reba, she pulled Britt Baker out of the way at the last second. And then we had Baker, she attacks Shanna from behind outside the ring, and then she delivers a sling blade to Shanna. We had a roll up to Baker. Baker kicks out. We had knee strikes to Shanna. We had a clothesline to Britt Baker. She kicks out. We had a super kick to Shanna. We had a Britt Baker, she goes for a snap, swing, and neck breaker. Shanna kicks out. We had a stunner to Britt Baker. We had a sliding drop kick to Britt Baker. And then we had, to end off the match, we had the lockjaw with the glove from Britt Baker. And then Shanna, she taps out. So Britt Baker, she wins the match. And right after the match, we had Britt Baker, she attacks Shanna, gives Shanna a curb stomp, and then she locks in the lockjaw. And then Thunder Rosa, her music hits. She runs out to the ring and chases off Britt Baker and Reba. And that was it. So yeah, next week that's gonna be Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. And yeah, that was it. And right after this, we had a backstage segment from MJF and Sammy Guevara. And this is what happened.
Give me one moment of your time.
Yeah, one moment.
Just one moment.
What's
Look,
up?
I did not tell Wardlow to get involved last
Right,
week.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah?
He is easily the worst employee I've ever had. And just so you know, out of respect for you, I docked his pay this week. No money for War Dog, okay? And I promise he will never get involved in one of your matches ever again. You gotta trust me.
Are you done?
What?
Max, do you think I'm an idiot?
Here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. Every single week you think I'm stupid. I see exactly what's going on here. You got everybody else fooled. Congratulations. You're a great manipulator, dude. One of the best ones at that. Hats off to you, man. But I see exactly what you're up to.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Sammy, sure you want to play it this way?
I'm not playing.
And that was it from Sammy Guevara. And so, yeah, next week's show. We have next week's show. And next week we have the Tag Team Battle Royal. We got FTR. We got Private Party. We have the Jurassic Express. That's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. We got Top Flight. The Bucks, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. MJF and Chris Jericho of the Inner Circle. The Dark Order. That's Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. And we have Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager of the Inner Circle. We have Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle. And we have The Acclaim. That's Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. And that's the Tag Team Battle Royal next week. And the winners will get a title shot at Revolution. And then next week, we have the wedding of Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian. Thank God. And we have Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker next week. We have the 6-man tag team match with Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, and the Good Brothers. That's Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, the Impact World Tag Team Champions, with Don Callis in their corner, versus Jon Moxley and Pac and Ray Phoenix. And we have Revolution. Revolution, the street fight is going to be Brian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Sting and Darby Allin on Revolution. And that's on a Sunday, March 7th. And we have the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament coming soon. And we have one of the matches in the Eliminator Tournament is going to be Serena Deeb, who is the NWA Women's Champion, versus Riho, a returning Riho. And so yeah, that's the upcoming match card for next week and at Revolution. And so yeah, right after this we had an interview from Dasha Gonzalez. She interviews the Bucks and the Good Brothers.
Together, how you guys feeling about tonight? Gentlemen, it has been 5 years since the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks have been in the ring together. How you guys feeling about tonight?
Dasha, for the first time in 5 years, it is a full-blown Bullet Club party, and tonight we take out the Dark Order. LG, tell them what else. Tell them.
Well, first of all, if you're gonna biz-cliz me softly.
Yes, gyrate.
Next week at Beach Break, we're gonna beat up Phoenix. We're gonna beat up Pac. Then we're gonna do our very favorite thing, HK. We're gonna beat up John Moxley.
I want them to get me pumped up like that. Young Bucks.
Beat up John Cena in WWE.
Just as long as that Mark Stooge, Uncle Creepy Don doesn't get involved.
Good brothers, good young Bizzle brothers. Relax with the Don Anaconda. You got to remember, last week we took out Pentagon for you guys. That was Don's idea.
We didn't ask him to do that.
Don't worry.
Uh-oh, there go Kenny Omega. Shows up.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Gets in the Buck's face.
We gotta talk, actually.
Don Callis coming out with something on his eye.
Look, you assaulted me. You assaulted me.
Hey, give me my game. Hey, come on. Have you done enough? I'll call it. Put your hand up.
And that was it with the Bucks and the Good Brothers backstage. And Don Callis showing up with his black eye, saying that the Bucks did it, and the Bucks saying that they didn't do it. And I do know some people did say that the Bucks didn't do it. I was hearing people saying that the Bucks didn't do it. I mean, y'all could be right. Y'all could be right. And I think Don Callis, he's trying to drive a wedge between the Bucks and Omega, so he can not be friends with them no more. So yeah, that's what I think. So yeah, we had the main event. We had the Young Bucks, the AEW World Tag Team Champions. That's Matt and Nick Jackson, and the Good Brothers. That's Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, who are the Impact World Tag Team Champions, versus the Dark Order, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver, who came out at the Babyface Tunnel. The Dark Order, they came out of the Babyface Tunnel, so they are babyfaces. So yeah, we started off this match with a shoulder tackle to Anderson from Evil Uno. And so we had, at one point we had Gallows. He was in the ring. He was making fun of John Silver's height because John Silver, he's short. And we had a drop kick to Matt Jackson from Alex Reynolds. We had a double team move to Reynolds from the Bucks. We had the Elite. They did their too sweet. And then we had a diving crossbody to Matt Jackson from Stu Grayson. And we had a beautiful frog splash to Carl Anderson from Stu Grayson. Anderson kicks out. We had a suplex to Grayson from Matt Jackson. Kicks out. We had a spinning facebuster to Nick Jackson from Stu Grayson. We had a Pele kick to Nick Jackson from Stu Grayson. We had a hot tag to John Silver. He delivers clotheslines and back body drops and uppercuts and insecurities. John Silver, man, John Silver was all over the place, dude. And we had a brain buster to Nick Jackson from John Silver. Nick kicks out. We had a senton bomb to, we had Evil Uno. He tried to go for a senton bomb. Nick Jackson, he moves out of the way. And we had combo moves to Matt Jackson from Silver and Reynolds. And we had a fatality. That's Stu Grayson and Evil Uno's tag team finishing move name, the fatality, to Matt Jackson. Good Brothers break up the pin at the last second. If they didn't break up that pin, that would have been it right there. And we had a super kick party from the Bucks. And we had a top rope dive out of the ring from Nick Jackson. And we had the too sweet super kick from the Elite. We had a magic killer from the Good Brothers to Evil Uno. We had the Meltzer driver to Stu Grayson from the Bucks to win the match. So the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers, they win the match. And right after this, we had Matt Jackson. He grabs the microphone at the end of the match, and this is what he had to say. Let's see. This is what he said.
Next week at Beach Break, whoever wins the tag team battle royal will get a shot at these at Revolution. And if you haven't heard, the Young Bucks have been inserted into that match. Which means this: if we win, we get to handpick whoever we want to wrestle at the pay-per-view. And think about it. It can be anybody.
Uh-oh. Good Brothers. Did the Too Sweet from the Bucks and the Good Brothers Too Sweet. And then Ray Phoenix come out to the ring and attacks the Bucks. Drop kick. Attacking Ray Phoenix.
Gallows and Anderson alongside Kenny Omega will meet Ray Phoenix, John Moxley, and the Bastard Pack next week at Beach Break.
Try to go for the Magic Killer. Reverse. Fights out of it. John Moxley come out of nowhere. And Ray Phoenix come out. Oh, man. A Tope con Hero and Kenny Omega come out of nowhere. Boom. Paradigm shift to Kenny Omega out of his boot. Oh. So yeah, that was it. Absolutely planted. He absolutely planted Kenny Omega with that paradigm shift John Moxley did. He killed Kenny Omega with that paradigm shift. That was it, man. And that dive, that Tope con Hero from Phoenix, man. Oh my God, man. This dude almost landed in the front row of the crowd. Man, Ray Phoenix, man. Ray Phoenix is the best. He is the best high flyer, man, in the wrestling business, man. But yeah, that was the end of the show. That was the end of the Dynamite. Great episode of Dynamite. Better episode of Dynamite. And if I had to choose which match was better, was the best match of the show, I'm going with the main event. The main event was the best part of the show. It was the best match of the show. And the Dax Harwood and Jungle Boy match will be next. And so, yeah, that was it with the review for AEW Dynamite. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And that way, you'll become an awesome one. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell, and when you click on that bell, you'll be the first one to know when my next video will come out. Comment down below. Tell me how you felt about this episode of Dynamite. Share this video with your friends, your families, and everybody else that you come in contact with on a day-to-day basis. And once again, thank you for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, I'll see you guys on either on Thursday or Friday with my Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing. And also, I'm gonna be trying something new on the show. I'm gonna be doing, last night I did the Impact Wrestling review, so I'm gonna start doing Impact Wrestling. I'm gonna start reviewing their show. And another thing I want to do is a recap. On Saturdays, I want to do a video on recapping, with wrestling throughout the week, with whether it's Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Impact Wrestling, AEW. I want to go over all the shows and, recap on what went down. So, yeah, that's one thing that I plan on doing in the future. And, yeah. So, yeah, see you guys on, Thursday or Friday with the Pro Wrestling Crate. And on Sunday for the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is this Sunday. I almost forgot about it. But I will have a video out for the Royal Rumble. And I guess we'll see how the Royal Rumble is this year without no fans. You cannot have the Royal Rumble without fans. But I guess let's just wait and see. Just wait and see what we have. But anyway, this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. And you guys stay safe out there. Stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Take care. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. And that's that.